Hey guys, John here. I have been reading some disturbing articles related to real estate for national, but not leaving Texas out. And that's a problem for me because I don't necessarily subscribe to what I'm hearing. But it's a real estate buzz that's going around now out there in the real estate industry at a national level. So this real estate sky is falling according to a lot of other people. And now for my humble opinion, if you know me, I'm not very humble, but let me go ahead and give you a snapshot of what's going on out there that I'm reading that I don't believe in. That there's a real estate crash predicted in stages, okay? So what are we talking about? We're talking about the pandemic, of course. Real estate on its own, we've had no issues. This was going to be as strong a year as it was last year, but the pandemic has certainly changed things, okay? And I agree with that, but I don't agree with the outcome that a lot of people are pointing to. So if you are a homeowner, if you are struggling with making your payment, your mortgage company would have given you a forbearance for 6 months. So there's a first stage or group of individuals. After 6 months of forbearance, which we are now approaching because the pandemic started in March and April, you proving hardship to your lender can ask for another 6 months of forbearance, hence setting up a second group of individuals. So here's what's being predicted, that by the end of this year, December 2020, we're going to see some people maybe foreclose and lose their homes that did a 6-month forbearance, okay? Because now the bank wants that money, now the bank wants to do something, to work it out, and maybe individuals still don't have a job and they feel like they just need to let the house go, okay? So first phase of this predicted crash will be December of this year. The second phase will be mid next year, another 6 months possibly of forbearance. Then the bulk of the activity might be at the end of 2021. Okay, most everybody would have been flushed out at that point. Hedge funds is where a lot of this is coming from. They're lining up. They're lining up like they did back during the Great Recession. They've got their checkbooks out. They're looking to the banks. They want to pay for pennies on the dollar for these foreclosures when they happen. Why? Because real estate is always a great investment. And so they're going to line up and stack up their rental portfolios and have rental properties, to work with going into the next phase of growth for real estate after the pandemic. So why do I believe this catastrophe is not going to happen as predicted? And folks, I'm going to speak to Texas, okay? This is what's relevant to us. I'm not going to talk about Seattle and the West Coast and East Coast. They've got their own circumstances. But here, let's talk about it. First off, we have company relocations still strong coming into Texas. And yes, I don't mean just Dallas. I mean Austin. I mean San Antonio. I mean Houston. We've got a lot of activities still coming into this state for all the same reasons that we had prior to the pandemic. Our housing inventory has dropped dramatically from last year, okay? Buyers are paying more because the inventory is lower, and they're facing more competition because the people are still there. Housing is still needed. So we have the lower supply, the higher demand, and we have pending sales. That's an indicator that a lot of people look at. Pending sales means a house literally went under contract and it is pending, waiting to close. Those numbers are setting record levels on a month-by-month basis for the last several months of this year compared to last year. So, and here's another interesting point. 44% of homeowners have indicated that they're dissatisfied with their home. Where did they come from? Working from home, being stuck in their house, not having enough room to do the things they needed, not being able to social distance from the kids, okay, whatever it might mean, most of these people have now had to identify different inadequacies of their own home. And these people are going to be looking to make a solution if they have the financial capability. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And I think my reality is this. Will there be some people who will lose their home to foreclosure in Texas? Yes. Will it be like 2008 to 2010, the beginning of our Great Recession, when houses were being walked away from by neighborhoods? I mean, whole streets, people just abandoning their home. No, we are not going to see that, in my opinion. Can something be done to avoid a foreclosure? Absolutely. Folks, I have a certification as a short sale and foreclosure expert. Okay, I got that certification back during the recession. And so there are things absolutely that can be done. We want to have a backup plan in case you think that there is any possibility that you could have a difficulty in holding on to your home through this pandemic, okay? And we don't want to wait too late for that, okay? We want a plan in place, and I can talk to you about the various options. Let me just suffice by saying, if the market is so strong for those who still have their jobs and have the ability, then why let your home go to foreclosure when we can put it on the market and sell it to those people who are waiting in line, okay? That's the summation of this. Do not let a foreclosure happen for you. I can assist you before it gets to that point to have an alternate plan on where you may go for housing. So we need to talk, okay? I think what I wanted to share with you too, those of you who know me know I'm a numbers guy, so I'm going to hit you with just some basic statistics, but I want to drive this point home. Okay, in Dallas, our median list price today, what is the median midpoint of our listings that are going on the market? It's up 4.5% over this month last year, okay? Houston is up 7%. Austin is up almost 15%, so their median price is 15% higher than it was last year. San Antonio, more in our range, 6.6. What does that tell you? Our Golden Triangle averaging 5 to 7% between us, Houston, and San Antonio. Austin, always the highlight, 15% up, okay? What is that median list price? For us, it's $360,000. $332,000 for Houston, $309,000 for San Antonio, and hold on, $408,000 is now the median price in Austin. New listings. We are writing a contract to list a home this month. That statistic compared to this time last year, here in Dallas, we are down 19% for the month of September. Let me use September. So September of last year, we had 19% more homes that we were writing listings for the month. Houston's down 6.5%, San Antonio 13%, Austin 14%. Active listings, all the listings that are currently on our MLS in those respective areas. Dallas, we are down 40% from September of last year. Houston 33%, San Antonio 45%, and Austin 48%. What does that tell you? We do not have the homes for those who still need a home, okay? John Cowan, 214-697-1146. You're my friends. You might be my real estate clients and my friends. Reach out, talk to me. Let me give you some information if this is something that could be critical for you. I'm here for you, okay? Until next time, thanks.